This video will demonstrate how to install your TransGard animal deterrent system. Site should have 3 to 4 inches of loose stone and should be free of weeds, leaves, and debris for proper fence installation. Design your fence layout on paper to determine equipment to be enclosed, driving lanes, number of entryways, and other factors. Primary entryways should be located based on their proximity to AC power, the control building, and traffic flow inside the yard. Optional secondary gateways can be installed in other areas along the fence perimeter where frequent access is needed. Because the primary and secondary entryways are in a fixed position, you must start installing the fence in each direction from them. Choose an area of the fence enclosure that has some location flexibility to tie in the final fence sections. Place the primary entryway in the location you've selected. Rake stone as needed to ensure the entryway is firmly in place and level. Repeat process for any secondary gateways as needed. Place the stands and panels at approximately 10-foot intervals to prepare them for installation. It is important that all stands face the same direction completely around the fence perimeter. Starting on each side of the primary entryway and secondary gateway if applicable, measure to the point where the first stand is located. Continue in each direction, placing a stand at each interval until your measurements meet at predetermined points along the fence perimeter. For long, straight sections of fence, lay it out in a zigzag pattern to add strength and stability to the fence. With the stand in place, mark in the stone a line from the entryway to the stand and a circle around the base of the stand. Remove the stand and rake a trench 3 to 4 inches deep from the entryway to the stand location. Then, rake a level area 3 to 4 inches deep where the stand will be placed. Remove the upper bracket from the entryway frame. Put the stand in place, making sure that all stands face the same direction completely around the fence perimeter. Install the insulator sleeve onto the long post of the stand. It is critical for proper operation of the fence that insulator sleeves be placed on the long post of all stands. Simultaneously lift one end of the fence panel onto either the long post or the short post of the stand, depending on what direction the stand is facing, and the other end onto the bottom bracket of the entryway frame. Remove the black cap from the top of the panel and post on the entryway side, and attach the panel to the entryway frame using the upper bracket. Measure and place the next stand in the correct position. Mark a line in the stone to the next stand and a circle around the base of the stand. Rake a trench 3 to 4 inches deep to the next stand and a level area 3 to 4 inches deep where the next stand will be placed. Put the stand in place and install the insulator sleeve onto the long post of the stand. Simultaneously lift one end of the fence panel onto the long post of one stand and the other end onto the short post of the other stand. Make sure the 2 adjacent fence panels butt against each other evenly and place the metal strap loop over the adjoining posts to hold in place. Repeat until fence perimeter is completed. Install 4 1/4 by 1/2 inch stainless steel Phillips head screws in the bottom threaded hole of the 4 electrical connection blocks on each fence panel. If modular snake panels are being installed, Snake guards should be installed to prevent snakes from entering through the spaces between the adjacent panels. Install the snake guards, leaving the wing nuts loose. When the panel-to-panel jumper wires have been installed and tightened, go back and hand tighten the wing nuts. On each side of the inside of the entryway and gateway frame, connect the positive or red-taped insulated wire to the top connecting block. Connect the negative or green-taped insulated wire to the bottom connecting block. Tighten screws securely. Tighten one end of the 15-inch jumper wire into the electrical connection block on one panel, with approximately 1/2 inch sticking out through the block on the inside of the fence. Insert the other end through the electrical connection block on the adjacent panel from the outside of the fence to the inside. Pull the jumper wire tight using lineman pliers until the wire is flat against the outside of the fence. While pulling the jumper wire tight with one hand, tighten the screw in the connection block and bend the access wire in towards the inside of the fence panel. Using a rake, completely cover the stands and the bottom rail of the fence frame with stone on both the inside and outside of the entire fence perimeter. The entryway or gateway should be tied to the station ground. There is a flange at the bottom of the entryway or gateway for a grounding clamp. The fence is equipped with a cord that can be plugged into a 110 to 120 VAC source. This is a temporary connection, and the system should be hardwired into a 15-amp breaker or fuse. When there is AC power to the fence controller, the alert strobe light on top of the control box will flash red. Before turning the fence on, open the controller box and remove all packing materials. When all panel connections have been checked, be sure all personnel are clear of the fence. Close the control center cover and turn the fence switch on. The red LED on the front of the control center will light up, and the alert strobe light on the top of the control center will turn steady green. The digital voltmeter on the front of the control center should read around 10 kV, and the LED's arc should pulse up into the green light range. Walk the perimeter of the fence and listen for any snapping noises, which would signal a short in the fence from a loose connection or a missing insulator sleeve. TransGard's modular design allows you to remove or swing open a section of the fence temporarily for maintenance jobs or other work. To remove an entire section of fence, remove the jumper wires and snake guards if snake panels are being used, and lift the panel off the stands. To swing open a section of fence, remove the jumper wires, lift the end of the panel that is on the short post of the stand up about 6 inches, and rotate the fence open like a gate. For more details, visit TransGardFence.com or contact us at info@TransGardFence.com or 717-227-2600.